Welcome back to Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm beta action. I am your host Zoronden, and let's check out today's combatants. In the top left corner is going to be the red Terran, Mr. FirstTimer. And in the bottom right corner, coming in the blue Zerg, is going to be Nozaja. Mr. Nozaja. Maybe Mrs. Nozaja. I'm not quite sure. Anyways. Both players talking about their bit of lag issues coming in Heart of the Swarm. I personally have not experienced this, but I'm guessing a lot of you guys that are playing more of Heart of the Swarm than just casting it are experiencing, live server action more than I am. I can obviously watch replays offline, so lag not so much an issue. So, it might be an issue. It might be because it's in beta. Who the heck knows? Either way, let me bring up that production tab, and we're getting into the action here. This is a little longer game, and I normally don't fast forward things, but it is beta, and you never know how players are going to react or do things. So that is why I'm doing it here. Again, I do not do this in normal games. Any Wings of Liberty game, I won't even touch it. And so it is just because it's Heart of the Swarm, because it's a little beta action. I'm hoping to see a little bit of the Heart of the Swarm units here, and that again is why we're fast forwarding, because this is about the beta units, the Heart of the Swarm units, those new guys. And I did cast a previous game of Heart of the Swarm, if you watched that already today. It was a shorter game with no Heart of the Swarm action really going on in it. But because it was so short, no reason to touch that fast forward dial. That was just a good all-around game. So here we're looking for some special Heart of the Swarm units or upgrades. If we got some Reapers popping out here, I'd definitely be happy about that. Just not seeing any just yet. So gonna keep that dial tuned up just a little bit. I'm not gonna go faster than ×2. That is a promise here. Not gonna touch that dial. I would like to see FirstTimer expand here. I guess he is expanding, just a little slower than I thought, but it's fine. Not too much of an issue. We're not talking pro league here or anything like that. He is doing just fine. eBay, actually another command center coming up by FirstTimer. I do like seeing that. A couple queens getting some creep spread going. Not bad, not bad. I gotta say, I do love this new creep spread mechanic where the little tentacles shoot from tumor to tumor. Oh, what a nice little touch Blizzard thought of there. I gotta say, I am floored by that. Nothing too exciting coming out of Nozaja just yet. Oh, there we go. Coming up with a lair now. And of course, he does have, well, he had 2 Evos coming up. Just one now, as it looks like that guy got interrupted. Might want to catch on to that and get that guy going, as the other Evo is done already. And we're now just sitting on an Evo and a drone with some free minerals just sitting around. A little proxy scouting extractor was here. The Marines obviously easily taking that down. A few zings came in here. They got easily knocked out as well. Another hatchery going up here. A third going up for Nozaja. Do like seeing that. Finally got that Evo chamber going and a macro hatch as well. Not a bad call. A baneling nest up for Nozaja as well. I would expect some sort of infestation pit or something coming out of him. However, we do have centrifugal hooks, melee upgrade, as well as some banelings already on the field, and the creep spread does continue. And as I say that, here comes FirstTimer right across the map, right about the 10-minute mark, ready to do some damage. Gonna use that free siege tank upgrade to pop those guys into that mode and start shooting. One thing I'm noticing is the creep spread was going awfully weird for Nozaja. Not using the tumors, but actually having queens place more up front, at least for that current wave. I don't know if he just wanted more tumors or what the case was about that. But what we're seeing right now is FirstTimer doing some nice leapfrogging with his siege tanks. I would like to see this one pack up and move up front. Don't get too daring with those Marines, as the banelings down there could cause some serious damage. I don't think he knows there's banelings at the moment. In fact, I am going to check that really quick. Whoa. Definitely does not know those banelings are in the map. It's a worthy suspicion, but he does not have a building confirmation at least. He may have spotted them. But for now, nothing of the sort. We do have an infestation pit on the way. More banelings on the way as well as zerglings. And attack 1 just about to finish. In fact, pretty much done. Carapace 1 coming out as well for Nozaja. Those are obviously going to help, especially against a siege tank. But we got combat shields coming up, as well as one, I believe that's mech damage. Yes, mech damage and infantry armor. And here comes Nozaja rolling through. Baneling's getting right into the heart of it. Most of them go down on the tank, unfortunately. Quite a few Marines did go down with that, but easily could have taken out all of them. And the Lings are gone. The Queen did go down. The second Queen's going to go down as well. And suddenly Nozaja's having some issues. Quite a few Lings moving in, and oof, Marines getting sieged by their own buddies. FirstTimer needs to pack it up and leave right now. He turned those Marines around. The question is, why isn't he packing up these siege tanks? That's a costly unit to let sit there having a picnic. And here come the Lings. They're going to clean this up very easily. Not even going to pay attention to that Marine. There, a couple went down to finish him off. The siege tank actually, I think, got the killing blow. But easily cleaned up by Nozaja. FirstTimer should have taken those guys home. Could have saved their lives for a better day. And what is going on here? Why is FirstTimer expecting an attack? For some reason, lifting off his orbital, re-landing it right there, popping down a few mules. Must have been suspecting an attack or something. Not really sure on that. But it looks like we're going to see more of this mech bio ball coming out of FirstTimer. Nothing too exciting. No real new units here. What the heck is Drilling Claws? Allows Widow Mines to burrow and activate 3 times as fast. Holy cow, I didn't even know about that upgrade. That is awesome. Hopefully then we're going to see some Widow Mines out of FirstTimer if he's getting the frickin' upgrade. Yes, indeed. There we go. A few Widow Mines. I would like to see definitely more come out of him. One thing I'm seeing a lot is Widow Mines used defensively, which completely legit. Makes sense. That's what you'd expect. But really what I'd like to see is more Widow Mines used offensively. I want to see Widow Mine drops. I want to see Widow Mine rushes. I want to see 2-pronged attacks where a group of units attack and Widow Mines sneak into the main, burrow on the drone line, and start shooting it up. You know, I want to see that kind of stuff. And honestly, I challenge anybody out there to try that stuff and send that to me, because I would love to cast that kind of stuff. I will even give that video its own special name and hype it up to high heaven, because that kind of stuff is where the Widow Mines get exciting. They're fun as a defensive unit, but exciting when you find cool ways to attack with them. And a brilliantly large Zergling, Baneling, Infestor army, which FirstTimer did just scan, and he's got a sizable army of his own, but that's a little bit of that's frightening. That's frightening. I don't care who you are. I do care what army you have, but for your current army, that is frightful. I mean, oh my God, how many Banelings are we looking at here? 28 on the field, 31 in production. Dear God, 59 Banelings on the field currently, and we are looking to have a huge engagement right now. Zergling way in there. Siege tanks not sieged up. Baneling bust like crazy town. Holy melting army. FirstTimer just completely wiped off the map there. Holy crap. All things aside, 29 Banelings went down, but whew, FirstTimer even knows it. Oops. Just wiped away. And unfortunately, Nozaja kind of reeling at the moment. He does not really have any brutalizing units left. The Banelings are gone. Ooh, and a nice Widow Mine there. Ooh, where is that guy? Ooh, sitting right there. Nothing Nozaja can do about it at the moment. I don't think he even knew that happened. He hasn't moved units away from here. How did he just get that guy? He's just proxy blow up a Baneling? I think he just proxy blew up a Baneling. A nice little call there by Nozaja, taking that guy out. Oh my gosh, that Baneling bust was amazing. And check that out. We got a couple Hellbats on the field. Hellbats. Are they called Hellbats now? I thought they were Combat Hellions. Whatever, I like Hellbat. Fire bat, hell bat. I get it. I get it. I like it. A little bit of nostalgia going on. That's kind of funny, though. I'm still reeling by just zooming in on that name and being like, Hellbat, what? What's going on here? All right, going with it. And it looks like FirstTimer might be planning a freaking drop. Gonna speed up just a little bit as he navigates around the map. I suspect nothing's gonna go down until he does drop. However, Nozaja does see that. He has a precariously placed Overlord up there that should see this drop going. Whew, I don't think Nozaja was paying attention. I don't think he saw it. Scans continuing to come down by FirstTimer because he knows where this army is. And here they're going to move in, and this base is just anciently dead. So dead. Drones going down left and right. And that expansion is popped. And if FirstTimer loads up right now, he's going to escape this entire army. Here he's loading. Ling's moving in. A couple Hellbats on the ground. A few more Marines as well. And they do go down, but pretty harmless attack by FirstTimer. And by harmless, I mean FirstTimer didn't get very hurt in that attack. Nozaja taking the brunt of the damage, losing an entire mining base. Now down to only 2. Obviously, he can quickly establish this gold, which will help substantially. But there is going to be a deficit here for a bit. We do have Vehicle Weapons 3 coming in for FirstTimer, as well as Bio Armor 2. But Carapace 3 coming in for Zerg, as well as attacks, melee attacks 3. I always get Carapace 3 and Ultralisk Armor confused. So I always go up there and see Carapace 3 and I'm thinking, oh my god, Ultralisks. But such is not the case, unfortunately. You guys know I love those ultis. Ultis rule the day when I'm around. I always get ultis in mono battles and frankly hate it because I don't get to partake in any of the action. But a great engagement coming down here. Nozaja's just not really having rebuilt his army. FirstTimer pretty much sitting on a maxed out army. Banling's doing some nice damage, but just so many units from here. FirstTimer here. Infestors just easily getting slaughtered off. Some nice stuff coming down from the Vipers. I don't even remember what that crap is called. Blinding Clouds. So some nice clouds coming down from Nozaja, and actually has thinned out FirstTimer's army considerably. Some nice reinforcement Lings coming in here, but again, look at that food count. FirstTimer is still sitting on double. Ooh, a great fungal coming down there. Ooh, if he could have continued that up, that would have killed so many units. A few Thors getting in the action. Burning crisps of infestors going on. Zergling corpses flailing about with that new ragdoll physics. Love it. That gold goes down so hard. Just missiles to the face. I guess cannon fodder. Whatever. And those Evos are bleeding. They're bleeding so bad. They are not liking what they're getting served. What a giant skull. Was that a skull that pops out of the Evo chamber or like a spine? I don't know. Ooh, a few banelings here. Drone line moving out. They are precariously dangerous. Precariously positioned. And FirstTimer just kind of knocking at the door of Nozaja and just, oh my gosh, triple the farm points right now going on here. Triple the supply, rather. Farm points. What is farm? Warcraft 2? I still call things farm points from Warcraft 2. You got farm points from Warcraft 2. You got power from Command & Conquer. And you got supply from Starcraft. Woof! And I guess even all of Starcraft isn't quite the same. It's supply depots. Overlords are like brain power. Do they just call it supply? Pretty sure they just call it supply. Whatever. Small engagement going down here. Obviously a few Hellbats mixed in there, but that's about it for FirstTimer. We did see some nice Viper action out of Nozaja. I enjoyed that. Hadn't seen the clouds really used too much yet. Some nice positioning of that actually did prolong his life. Allowed quite a few units of FirstTimers to get murdered. Ooh, so many banlings roll in there, and a lot of blood on the ground. A few medevacs went down. Was that a Marauder falling out of the sky, or did he get blown in the sky by the banlings? Oh, I gotta say, I love the ragdoll physics that are coming into the game now. Mighty fun. Quite a few more banlings rolling in. Ooh, and the Thor takes quite a few. Not really getting maximum potential out of those banlings, but I mean, it's over at this point. Now it's just not going to hold this line. There's a single Marine in his base that's got almost killed off an Evo chamber. You know, and almost is like he's been here for a few minutes, and that's enough to do considerable damage. The poor guy does finally get taken out. It's sad as we watch his corpse fade away. But oh my god, that's a lot of tanks, and oh, they all siege up. Oh, let the damage rain in. Unfortunately, they cannot shoot Mutalisks. Those three are going to have free range unless they fly into range of a Thor who takes them out. One thing I do love is we're finally seeing those physics way back from the StarCraft 2 beta that we saw, it like buildings falling and spaceships falling. We're actually seeing some of that now. You saw the Mutalisk fall to the ground there and kind of break apart. And I mean, I love that this stuff has finally been put back in. It was so exciting seeing that stuff in the beta because it was so bizarrely just new, and then it was gone, and we didn't really think about it. Either way, guys, congrats to FirstTimer. Pretty much swept this game from an early point. Did get rolled by Bailings at one point, which I did enjoy watching. Any Bailing action is always fun. But well played by FirstTimer. I'm glad he mixed in a few Heart of the Swarm units there. The Hellbat and the Reaper Widow Mine, that's what it's called. And a few Vipers out of Nozaja. I liked those as well. So, well played by both players. FirstTimer definitely had the higher caliber, even sitting on 5 bases here at the end of the game. So, congrats to him. Thanks for sending in the game. Yeah, that's going to do it. So, if you guys want to have me cast your StarCraft 2 games, send those to Zoronden at gmail.com. As I have been Zoronden, you have been you. You've been awesome. Thanks for tuning in. And I will catch all of you on the other side.